welcome to the show. I'm telling you, I love coffee. And so I'm so happy to tell you about an event that is coming up in November that is for moms, and it is all about coffee. So let's get started with the introductions. The wonderful Sarah Nelson, who has Wa- Waco Moms.
Mhm.
The Waco Moms, if you want to look it up,
It's
right?
thewacomoms.com. Yes.
thewacomoms.com.
hmm
And this is an opportunity for moms to get together and have coffee. And what better place to go than Magnolia Press Coffee Company and Patio? And so it is a first, as we're saying on the show, for me to have some folks from Magnolia
Wow.
up here on the 21st floor of the Alico building.
Yeah.
I look out and I see Magnolia. I see the
So
silos.
beautiful.
I see that big sign on the side of the building that says everyone has a story worth telling. And so I'm trying to interview everyone.
We love that.
I'm working
We
on it.
love that.
So Ashley Butterfield, who is
Yes.
here with us, and she is the employee experience manager, among other things.
Yes. Wear a couple other hats.
And where are some other hands? And then Dawn Hall, who is director of communications.
Yes.
There for Magnolia, and it is a delight to have you ladies on. So,
We're happy
so
to be
Sarah,
here.
you have been able to partner up for the last two meetings you've had. One in
Mhm.
September, one just had it in October, and coming up in November. Tell me about these coffee community gatherings you have.
So, coffee and community, we have it once a month. Our mission at Waco Moms is for moms to feel connected to one another and to be connected to community. And so it's really the single most important thing we do. Moms can come, they get free coffee. We have a sponsor, and so we've been sponsored now by Magnolia Press twice. They're going to sponsor us again in November a third time, so we're excited about that. And they get to come together. They can bring their kids, they can bring their friends. There are no strings attached. It's just so that they can get to know one another. And we have moms come every month that don't know anyone. We have a lot of people still moving into Waco. Moms will come. They have not met one person. And moms come, meet people, and then they'll come back with the same people every month because they've made a group of friends and they've made a community for themselves. And so we're here to cultivate that.
Oh, and that's just got to make your heart sing.
It does.
Right?
Yes. We are a business. We are a digital marketing media company. And so on days where I've been in the business grind of it, it's nice to go to coffee and community, and it's a great reminder of why we do what we do. It's very uplifting.
Of course, at the silos, there's so much to see, shopping to do, and as we were talking before we got started last Saturday, I was able to go to Celebration.
Yay.
But
That's so
the
fun.
monsoon hit later in the day, but it was just so wonderful to see how many families, lots and lots of people with their kids. So really, what I say, Magnolia really is a kind of a magnet for the whole family, right?
For sure. We love partnering with the community, but also just all the different people that come through to visit the silos. And it's very intentional the way it's set up, really trying to think through how the kids could enjoy it, how moms, dads, anyone, any age can come and enjoy it through the food offerings or coffee like we've talked about, or retail, whatever that looks like. Just trying to create a real experience all the way through. And Celebration is the culmination of kind of our big event of the year. So we're so glad you got to come. And Ashley had actually a big part in helping pull that together with our brand experience team. But we just love the fact that so many people will come even from out of state, and hearing everybody's stories.
Oh, yeah.
It's incredible to hear about their experiences, why they're coming, whether it's a girls trip. I saw somebody was celebrating her 40th birthday with her friends, and they got an Airbnb and just had kind of a whole weekend experience, which is just so fun to watch and be a part of.
Exactly. Yeah. And I think something that's so unique and special, whether it's a big event that we host or just the plain old Tuesday or Wednesday when people come enjoy time with us, is truly like we're designed, and our goal is for people to leave with some experience or maybe something tangible that makes their life better and more special and more cared for. So like you said, on the outside, everyone has a story worth telling. Everybody has a seat at our table. And I think that is filtered down through all parts of the company, but also through all the experiences. So when people leave, they're like, hey, there's something different about that place. I want to come back, or I just had a great experience that I'll remember forever. So
Well,
happy you guys could come
Yeah.
for celebration.
we hadn't really planned it. We just happened to be downtown, and so we left the car parked
Yes.
at Spice Village. So let's just walk over there and see what's all going on. And so it was very much a spur of the moment thing,
Oh,
because
that's
you know,
fun.
for a
Love
lot of
that.
Wacoans, it's like,
Yes.
okay, I'm not going to
Yes.
go ahead and say the Yogi Bear out loud. They said nobody goes there; it's too crowded.
Mhm.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
So, but I thought, oh, this will be good. We'll just get a nice little walk in, which we did. But kudos to whoever had the idea to have a big FedEx table there where people were
Yes.
shopping and they were wrapping everything up and sending it.
Yes. And that was
Yes.
the first time we've ever done
I
that.
thought, now this is
Which is
very
exciting. Yes, truly. So people can shop and you're not carrying bags around and having to worry about taking it back on the plane. You can ship it home.
Yeah.
smart. Well,
It's a
but
great
what I
idea.
noticed,
Yes.
Sarah, was there were lots and lots of vendors who were there that had kid stuff. That was really neat, because they really are, you know, looking to the family and looking to the moms, trying to dress their kids cute.
Okay, let me just tell you, moms are the target audience.
I
If you want to buy,
thought
if
that.
you want to sell something, you go straight to the moms.
Yep.
That's why we're so successful. That's why
Yeah.
businesses want to advertise and work with us, is because we have this hyper focused audience of the decision makers at home, and not to place moms above dads. Everybody makes decisions, but I mean,
Right.
moms make the decisions for their clothes, for the dentist, for the food. I mean, the schooling. I mean, that's just what moms do.
Mhm.
And so, yeah, I mean, if you want to sell, then you hit up the moms
Yes, get
because
the
they're going to
moms
buy
on
for
board.
their kids, and it's brilliant.
Yeah, yeah, and you are in the market for the furniture and the, you know, and
Yes.
all the things that,
Mhm.
you know. So it
Mhm.
seems like a no-brainer collaboration between Waco Moms and, of course, Magnolia, and everything that's going on over there at the silos. I want to talk a little more though about the whole isolation thing that we had kind of touched on, where moms that are busy, they're, you know, whether they work outside the home or not, your life just gets so tunnel visioned in a way with what you're doing, that then you're not really having the time for those relationships and connections.
Mhm.
It's isolating because you're putting your needs aside. You're usually, as a young mom of young kids, they're on a schedule, and you work around nap time and feeding time and when to change their diaper. And that can be so isolating because you're at home so much. If you are working outside the home, as soon as you're done with work, you go pick up your kids and you take them home and you start that routine. So, regardless of what you do in or outside the home, there's little time for community, and you are there taking care of your children. They are your priority, as they should be. But what we have to cultivate and be very purposeful about is making sure we're not isolating ourselves, that we are living in some type of community. And so that's why we cultivate it. We're not meant to live life alone, regardless of who we are and what, you know, whether we're moms,
Yeah.
dads, parents, not parents, we're not meant to live alone, and we're meant to live with other people. But moms really need that encouragement, and so that's why we're here.
And you need moms in the same stage of life too. Of like, I remember just with my young kids, if I had known about this, I don't know if it even existed in Waco when my kids were little, but I think the fact that they're providing this community where you're getting to meet up with people who have, you know, kids of all ages, but a lot of probably new moms or moms that are just really in the thick of that, you know, you're really having to watch out for your kids, but also you want to connect with people. So people who are understanding that and making time for that in a space where it's really open to anyone. Just seeing it for myself last time was incredible. And I just love the community it's providing. And to your point, we want them to come to Magnolia and experience that on their own too. And so just partnering together to be able to say, this is a space for you guys, especially during this coffee and community, and also just in general, if you live in this area, we want to be a place that you come visit and feel really comfortable in coming, and don't have those obstacles of feeling like it's not something that is just for people traveling through or that was a fan of the show, but it's really for the community as well.
Yeah, so just so folks know, this is coming up on November 18th, right? Which is a
Yes.
Tuesday.
Tuesday, November
Yes.
18th, 10:30 to 12.
10:30 to 12, and so it is come and go.
Mhm.
But I'm sure you have folks that come and just fellowship and spend time with with their friends and make new friends, which is what it's all about.
Yes.
Yeah.
true.
So a lot more I want to talk to the two of you, especially about regarding just the employee experience. I just want an interesting title for a job.
Yes.
But there are quite a few employees
Oh,
at
yes.
Magnolia, so
Mhm.
and that's a community too.
Yes.
So we want to come back and talk about that. But
Mhm.
want to tell you we're going to take a break and tell you that today's show is brought to you by Fox and Co. Bakery, where we bake foxy things. You stay with us.
Oh my
I love
gosh,
that
big
foxy
foxy thing.
I
That's
know.
so
Yeah,
cute.
right.
I'm like, oh my gosh.
Oh man, his stuff is so good.
Where is he?
He does it out of his home in Lorena, but
Oh,
Fox and
wow.
Co. Bakery. But he will
Okay.
come and do like baking demonstrate or like classes and teach
Yeah.
people
Mhm.
that. And he does these little loaf things, a lemon poppy seed loaf that's
Oh my
out of this
gosh.
world, and then a
Yum.
gluten-free thing that's chocolate. Everything he does is
Sounds so
Yum.
good.
really good. Really good.
Delicious.
Where is this
His name is
located?
Victor Hernandez. Is his name.
Yes.
Do you know
Lorena.
Victor?
He used to work for us.
Right, that's
Yes.
what I'm saying.
Yes.
That's what you're
Yeah,
saying.
and
Yeah,
it was
about.
right.
Oh my
and-
gosh. Yes.
Was he in the commercial kitchen?
He was. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So he was one of the managers of the
Right.
commercial kitchen.
Oh,
So
Okay.
Yeah.
yes.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I
he's
d-
talented.
You'll go look up my episode with him on the Ember.
Yeah.
So he's just darling. He
That's
really is.
amazing.
Yeah, yeah. He talks all about it. So you might need to see what he
Yes.
said. Since
Yeah.
he did talk about it
Yes.
a little bit. So, anyway.
That's
Okay. But back to this. And we are back talking about the Waco Moms Community Coffee, which is coming up on November 18th at Magnolia Coffee Press and Coffee Company
Mhm.
and
Yes.
Patio.
Yeah.
I want to get the whole name in there.
So great.
Sarah, it really is, though, such a great opportunity for people who are new to town. And it's still stunning to me how many people are
Mhm.
still coming and joining us here in Waco.
Yeah, we have a lot of
Mhm.
moms, and it's growing.
Yes.
It's growing because word of mouth is out. We've tried to get the message out as much as we can, and it helps to partner with Magnolia Press too. And so women are excited about it.
Mhm.
So tell me a little bit more about your digital marketing business.
Mm-hmm.
So you've been around how long?
Well, Waco Moms has been around for almost 10 years.
Wow.
So coming up on 10 this
That's
next year.
amazing.
And I've been a contributing writer since it started. And then I came into ownership August of 2024. But we pretty much are the top, I say pretty much, we are the top parent resource in the greater Waco area.
Mhm.
So we're really
Yes.
proud of that. We are a digital marketing platform. So one of the ways we connect women to community is through our guides and resources. And we connect women to businesses. Businesses advertise with us to get their name and their services to families in front of the decision makers, which is very valuable, as we talked about earlier. And so it's helpful to moms because when they look to go find a dentist, when they're trying to go find where to trunk or treat for Halloween,
Mhm.
they go to Waco Moms to find the resources. So it's an easy go-to. We make the day in the life of a mom and finding solutions a little bit easier. So it's very helpful we're just kind of a one-stop shop.
That's brilliant.
And it's so
Mhm.
trusted. I used it this
Mhm.
summer to sort through all the different camps going on.
Mm.
I told Sarah, I said it was a huge resource to me because we've really grown in offerings for kids, but I don't know all of them and I don't have time to go and look through and sort through all of that. And so it's super helpful to have a great trusted resource where I know they're really doing their due diligence to say, okay, here's a great list of opportunities and I can just go right there and look it up. And you're already doing so much to schedule your kids in the summer. So I'm so excited about the, list you have for Halloween and it's just helpful.
Yeah. Well, first of all, how many kids do you have and what are their ages now, Sarah?
I have 3.
Yeah.
My son is 19. He
Oh
is
my
a
gosh.
freshman at Baylor.
Oh,
Wow.
It's so exciting.
Oh my
He's so
gosh.
cute. He had kind of an interview yesterday. He was all dressed up in his suit. It was really cute.
Oh, precious.
My daughter's 17, Hannah, and Adelie, my youngest, is 14. Who we've talked about for a
We
really
have
long
talked about
time.
it.
And
Yeah.
she's watched my kids grow up, but
Yeah.
it's going by fast. So those
Yeah.
are my three teenagers.
Oh man, it
Yes.
it does go fast.
It
Mm.
does.
So what about you, Dawn?
I have 2 daughters, Arden, who's 12 and in 7th grade, and Greer, gave her my maiden name,
Oh yeah.
who is 10 and in 5th grade, but
So
she's
pretty.
10 going on 16. So I have to watch her.
And just full disclosure, your mom was my son's elementary school teacher.
Yes,
I
it's
love
so
it.
special.
And so
Yeah.
we've known each other since you came to do
Since
a
I
little
was
job.
Arden's age.
Okay,
Yeah,
so there
right.
you go.
7th grade.
You came to do a little job shadowing at the TV station.
Yes, and you are so kind to let your son's teacher's daughter come shadow you. What a trail! But I had a career service class in 7th grade, and they said, okay, well, start looking for your day of internship. And so we had to contact people depending on what we're interested in. And I always thought journalism was so interesting and was the best, of course.
Oh, you're kind.
And my mom said, well, her son's in my class. Maybe we can set that up. And you were just generously offered your time, and it was so much fun.
Yeah, well, I thank you for reminding me. I do remember it happening, but I wouldn't
It's
have
been
put
a
the
while.
two of you together.
Yes.
It's been a while.
Yes.
Okay, so Ashley,
It's
tell me
amazing.
about your.
Yes, so I don't have any kiddos,
Okay.
not yet, but I do. I am a proud owner of the cutest little fur baby ever. So when we were at the coffee and
Yes.
community, I was going around meeting so many people talking about their kids. And of course, they're like, what about you? And I'm like, no kiddos yet, but I have a fur baby. Her name's Honey. And they were like, tell me more. So
Oh,
I was
yes.
like, they were so
Do
welcoming.
you have pictures? I want
Oh
to-
my gosh, I do. She's a mini Labradoodle. So she's
Oh,
the
oh my
cutest,
gosh.
fluffiest thing ever.
Yes.
I love her. But they were so kind to be like, fur mom is still a mom. Little
No
different,
doubt.
but
In fact, they're maybe more obedient than the human ones.
Oh my goodness.
Sometimes.
That
There's
is
no
a doubt.
So
Yeah,
true.
no doubt.
Sometimes.
Yes.
So what does being a part of this community mean to you personally? I'll start with you.
Yes,
Ashley.
yes. Oh my goodness. It is something that really kind of took my breath away. I graduated from Baylor in 2020, wasn't originally planning on staying in Waco, but I started working for Magnolia, and oh my goodness, the care and work and the quality of people there, they kept me there all these years. And so I think it's been the sweetest surprise that I wasn't expecting. The people that I work with are, like I said, so kind, good at what they do, but so willing to share their skills and their time to make you a better person and a better employee. But then also outside of work, there's a really sweet young adult community here too. And so getting plugged in church and through different opportunities, it's been really cool to be like, okay, I really love going to work and I love getting to see the people at work. But then I also love getting to go home, see my fur baby, and then spend some time with the community outside of work too. So I think it's through companies and organizations like the Waco Moms community that really provide that for people of all age groups to connect. So it's wonderful. I'm a big fan.
Oh, that's neat. That's neat.
Yes.
What about you?
I've always said I think Waco has some of the most special people ever in it. I've just over the years I've grew up in Waco, living here. I've just met some of the most incredible people doing huge things from a kind of a smaller town, but doing incredible work. And I do think it's the care and the culture and the intention that I value, that we can, laugh about a lot of things, but also go so deep. And one thing I've enjoyed about all the places I've worked in Waco, which mostly has been Baylor and Magnolia, is that I feel like they build such good culture in the workplace. And that's so important to me, of just working for a place that you really believe in what you're doing, that there's a give back component of some kind, and then the deep sense of good culture and community. The very first time I saw it, with Sarah and the Waco Moms, it's just so beautiful the way it's so open to anybody, and seeing people welcome new people, and people keep returning to develop those friendships deeper. And you need that. It's not easy to move to a new place. It's not easy to be in a place where maybe you're in a new stage of life and some things have shifted relationally. And I just so agree with what Sarah said, that community is so important, whether you have kids or not. It's so important. But as a mom, your time is even more limited on how to develop that. So having the time to having an organization kind of organize that for you and get a special treat, while you're there, is just huge. And I'm so grateful. But yeah, I think the Waco community, it can't be beat.
Yes, so true.
And you, Sarah?
Well, I mean, I'm not originally from here, and I went to Baylor. Never in my wildest dreams did I ever think I would be in Waco long term. We moved away twice. We've lived in Austin and Miami, and And if you're listening to this or watching this, we tell people all the time, it's kind of a known thing. Like once you're here, you try to go away and it will bring you back.
Oh,
Yes.
it
Like a
brings you back for
vortex.
sure.
Time and
Yeah.
time
Super
again, we have
magnet
people
or something,
return.
yeah.
But I agree with everything that you all said. It is an incredible community of people. And I think of my friends, I think of our businesses, people that I've known who's, they've started Magnolia. You and what you do, we've known each other from church for 25 years. People have deep roots and the community is deep. It is intentional, like you said. They are grounded people that are trustworthy, who look out for one another. And the community that I have is something that I'm incredibly blessed by, but that's what I want to make available and give back to other people as well.
So how do you see the partnerships like the one with Waco Moms and Magnolia and the wonderful coffee shop there, Magnolia Press? How do you see that strengthening the community here?
Ooh.
Well, one of the things really is just, it's so nice to have a space and to see it being used.
Yeah.
I think I walked over with the director of our brand experience, and he's newer to town as well. And so just as we were walking through and he saw the event going on, it just got him so excited to see all these moms and kids and people using the space on a Tuesday morning. That was so special to see. And I think for us, it's so nice. We want people to come out, like we talked about earlier. We want people to feel like in this community that Magnolia is theirs too, and that it's open to them, and that they can come and just have a beautiful experience and take something great away. But with Waco Moms, it gives them even more. And so I just think it's been such a natural partnership. I mean, I love Sarah. She is so smart, and she is a businesswoman.
Oh, yeah,
And
she
that,
is.
I love the combination. I
Yeah.
love the combination. I think it's what we're about at Magnolia as well. We want to be smart and strategic in what we're doing, but we also want to give back. And so I think kind of being like-minded in that way and realizing it's a multifaceted component is just so helpful to see it all come together.
Well, and we were talking earlier before we got started about how much Magnolia does in the community from a philanthropy standpoint. So much of it is just totally under the radar, and that's by design.
Right. That is. Chip and Joe are very generous, more so than a lot of people would even know. And they wouldn't even like me saying that. I already feel like I've said too much. I've said too much.
You can't get in trouble for that. You just can't.
I know.
You can't.
But they really do so many things under the radar on purpose. And but then there's a lot that we try to do that the reason why we want to talk about it is because we want people to know what's out there.
Yeah.
Because things like the Waco Moms and other things that we do in the community, we want people to know, please get involved. We would love to have you, whatever that looks like. And so there are things that we like to talk about just to help get the word out.
So you have to do with the employee experience.
Yes.
So Ashley, first of all, how many employees
Yeah.
are there at my?
Yeah. Have a bigger than most people would expect. It's around 650
Really?
employees. Sure is. Yeah. And that's
Oh
a
my
combination. Yeah, right. It's a combination of HQ employees. And then we have a great deal of frontlines employees too, who are boots on the ground. That's who you get to meet and interact with when you go on site on the grounds with us. So yeah, around 180 are at HQ. The rest are our frontlines employees.
Well, and there's so many different businesses involved.
Oh,
with the
so
whole
many.
thing.
Yes.
So you have interoffice communications. Are you involved with that? as
Yes,
well?
yes, absolutely. So my job is kind of a combination of internal communications, which is how do we strategically and caringly share out information with our staff. That's the half of it. And then the other half is how do we take care of our employees? Because we have so many that are from Waco, so many college students, so many people that have moved to Waco for Magnolia specifically. It's how do we make sure that they're cared for, taken care of, they know what to expect in their jobs, they have the training and resources to do it well, but then also want to come to work every day and enjoy it. So I think a lot of jobs out there, it's just a paycheck. We want it to be different. We want it to be a place where people want to come.
Yeah.
That culture piece.
Yes. So important.
Oh yeah, we're all looking for peace. We're looking for,
Yes.
and we're looking for ways to just kind of counteract the stress of that.
Yes.
And there's nothing better than a cup of coffee,
Right?
as far as I'm concerned.
Yes.
So
me
good.
too.
We should have had
I brought,
coffee up
I
here.
brought mine.
Why
I
didn't
brought
I
mine
bring
with
coffee
me.
up here? Yeah, but that really was kind of the whole brainstorm behind doing your coffee communities.
Yeah, so the previous owners started Coffee and Community, and they said if we can just invite a mom for a free cup of coffee, we know they'll show up.
Yes.
I mean, that's speaking my language as a mom, you know,
Yes,
mine as
especially
well.
when my son was little, I needed coffee. I still need coffee.
Yes.
But it's just a sense of the experience and what it creates and to have a little treat that goes with it. But I do love the like-minded mission. And I think that that's what is so unique about Magnolia. It's what's unique about Waco Moms, but that's what's unique about Waco is that there are very large businesses who can come together with a like-minded mission. And the mission is to bring people together, and it comes from an authentic place.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it is about community. It is about reaching out to people, no matter who you are, where you come from, what you believe, you are welcome.
Yeah,
So
that's
hours of operation for Magnolia Press.
Oh. Well,
Is
now
it
you're
right?
going to stump us.
Yes.
Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
I think it might be 7 to 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
they open a little bit earlier so that students and those going to work can come
Right.
grab a cup of coffee before they go on their way. So
That
they
makes,
open early.
That makes sense.
Yes.
But what we want you to do is put on your calendar for the 18th of November, 10:30 in the morning. And it's just a free event for moms of all ages. I mean, my kids are adults, but I can still come.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
sure could.
absolutely.
We
And
want
you
you to
should.
have more.
That would be so much
Yes.
fun.
Okay.
I'm going to send you a calendar invite
Yeah.
after this.
Now we
You
expect
get
you there.
free coffee and free community.
Oh man, I love it. I love it. And so, how can folks learn more about the Waco Moms?
I'm so glad you asked. There are several ways. The first thing I would tell anybody to do is subscribe to our newsletter. Go on our website, thewacomoms.com. Subscribe to our newsletter because we have other events throughout the year that we put on, and we have a lot of people who like to come. It lets you know what's going on. You get 2 newsletters a month, and then go follow us on social media. You can also go to our website and look at our calendar, which is nice. It's a great resource. Right now, it also has all the trunk or treats this week. But I know we're also talking about November, so all of the Thanksgiving things coming up.
All right. Well, and this is Halloween. We haven't talked a lot about it, but today is in fact Halloween. But we are looking forward to Veterans Day. Speaking of November events, and so I want to wrap this up and thank you, Sarah and Dawn and Ashley, for being with us to talk about Waco Moms and the community coffee on November 18th. But when we come back, we will be hearing about a wonderful event that's happening at Baylor for Veterans Day. It is the Battle of the Branches. You've heard of the Battle of the Bands.
Yes.
Well, this is the Battle of the Branches of the military. So we're going to learn more about that when we come back after the break. Stay with us.
We're coming to you live from Magnolia Silos. We're here for the 10th annual Silobration. I'm Debbie.
And Jenna, we're back with Waco Weekend starting out at Silobration.
Woo woo! Celebrating the Barbie release for Joanna Gaines. We are here. We got all of the Barbie eats and treats, and we can't wait to explore more here at Silobration.
This weekend is jam-packed. Also starting tomorrow is Waco Restaurant Week, a week full of exclusive menu items and discounts from participating restaurants across town. And it all benefits Keep Waco Beautiful.
And of course, tomorrow also kicks off Deck the Halls. They're going to be having their sip and shop tomorrow morning, all benefiting Junior League. They're going to have shopping all weekend long at the Extraco Event Center, along with Breakfast with Santa and so many other fun events you definitely don't want to miss out on, all supporting Junior League of Waco.
Friday night, there's even more live music at the Carlene Bright Arboretum. It is time for All Hallows Groove, with live music from Suede starting at 7. It'll be a night of family-friendly, spooky fun.
And to wrap up your whole weekend, head on over for Pumpkin Fest, celebrating with Cultural Arts of Waco. There'll be face painting, pumpkin carving, and so much more holiday fun. Make sure and head on over to Elm Avenue now.
And don't forget, you can always find more guides, features, and our weekly Waco Weekend wrap-up on the Grackle every Wednesday.
Enjoy your
Hashtag
Waco Weekend.
A big thank you to our sponsor, Fox & Co. Bakery. Check them out for delicious baked goods and your catering needs.
So it's football season, and we can create your outdoor tailgating spaces that is actually a part of your home. Bifold doors that tie in the inside and the outside, and you can gain anywhere from 1,000 to 5,000 square feet living space, all while taking in the big game, poolside. Call us at Gather & Co. Kitchen and Bath, where we can create your unique tailgating space.
Serving Central Texas since 1889, TFNB Your Bank for Life takes pride in being more than a bank. At TFNB, we remain committed to these principles. If you value them too, come join us. TFNB, Your Bank for Life.
The Magnolia Network has announced the premiere date for Fixer Upper Colorado Mountain House, a brand new 3-part limited series debuting on Tuesday, December 9th on Magnolia Network and HGTV. The series marked Chip and Joanna Gaines' first ever Fixer Up project outside of the home state of Texas. In the Colorado Mountain series, Chip and Joanna Gaines take on a 1960s mountain property in the Rockies, tackling unique designs and construction hurdles that come with high altitude living. Waco Arts Fest is happening at Indian Springs Park on Friday, November 16th and Saturday, November 17th with easel art painting, face painting, mask decorating, wood sculpting, paper macheing, tie-dyeing, storytelling, and block building, all at one park with Cultural Arts of Waco. This weekend of events celebrates and promotes our community's diverse artistic and cultural life while championing the economic, social, and educational benefits of the arts. Finally, you can celebrate Texas Arbor Day with Keep Waco Beautiful on November 7th for a unique event that will be combining tree planting and community cleanup. This is a great opportunity to get outdoors, meet fellow community members who are passionate about conservation, and make a tangible difference in our neighborhood. The trees planted on Arbor Day will provide shade, improve air quality, and create a healthier environment for generations to come. I'm Elizabeth Riley with your Act Locally Waco News, and I will see you next time.
If your home's feeling a bit dated or you're dreaming of that beautiful outdoor oasis, I have got the team for you. Gather & Co., the family-owned remodeling pros right here in Greater Waco since 1998. Led by the Falconberry family, they specialize in stunning kitchen and bathroom makeovers. Think custom walk-in showers, sleek cabinetry, and aging-in-place upgrades for easy living. They also nail outdoor spaces with pergolas, patio covers, sunrooms, and screen rooms that turn your backyard into a year-round retreat. What sets them apart? Personalized designs, top-notch craftsmanship, and a hassle-free process for free in-home consultations to spot-on completion, plus financing options to make it simple. Customers love them, raving about the friendly crew and attention to every detail. Ready to gather in your dream home? Call Gather & Co. today, 254-759-1147 for a no-obligation quote. Visit GatherCoRemodeling.com. Your remodel starts here. And we are back, and we are looking forward to Veterans Day, even though this is Halloween. Veterans Day, though, is a day we really need to stop and take assessment of how much we appreciate those men and women who put on the military uniform and put their lives on the line to serve this great nation. And so I'm so happy to kind of shine the light on a group that I was not aware of, and it's out of Baylor University. I have got Kevin Davis, who is here as program manager and staff advisor for the Veterans of Baylor student organization. Big accolade, recently named National Chapter of the Year among 1,600 similar groups.
Yes, ma'am.
So that is amazing. And Nick Bradford is the Veterans of Baylor Vice President and current Reserve Drill Sergeant in the U.S. Army.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't think I've ever interviewed a drill sergeant before. I think this is a first for me.
Yeah,
And you're also a political science major at Baylor.
I am. Yes, ma'am. So yeah, I'm a junior, and like you said, the vice president at the Veterans of Baylor. Second favorite job. Being a drill sergeant is probably my favorite job I've ever had.
Oh, wow.
It's a fun one.
Okay, well, we're going to talk more about that.
Yeah, of
but
course.
first of all, you have a special event that's coming up on November 9th. This is the Sunday before Veterans Day.
Yes, ma'am.
And this is called the Battle of the Branches.
Mhm.
So explain to me what this is. I've heard of the Battle of the Bands.
Yes, so our event, the 5th annual Wounded Warrior Project Battle of the Branches, is a community event that the Veterans of Baylor host every year now around Veterans Day. And at its core, it is a inter-branch flag football tournament. So we start off with Army versus Marine Corps, and then the Navy versus Air Force play, and then we have a championship game who play for the coveted Jack Lummis Trophy. That's the core of the event. We also get the ROTCs involved, the Baylor Air Force and Army detachments. And this year, we're really focusing on expanding it to include more of our Waco community as well.
Mm-hmm. Well, I want to talk about the Wounded Warrior Project.
Yes,
No,
ma'am.
yeah, this is a in partnership with them. Is this a benefit for them, or how is all that working?
Yeah, the Wounded Warrior Project has been a huge partner for Veterans of Baylor for many years now, and so we're really appreciative of their support. This is the third year now they've been our naming sponsor for this event, hosted by and put on by our amazing student veteran leaders. It's all their baby. But Wounded Warrior Project, we couldn't put this event on without their
Absolutely
support.
not.
So
Absolutely not. And Wounded Warrior Project support goes beyond Battle of the Branches. They've had a presence in we hold a weekly event called Warrior Wednesday. They've been there at that, helping provide like lunches and support and resources, ensuring that our student veterans are able to navigate the enrollment process and really reap all of the benefits that they're entitled to.
And where do you hold these meetings?
Yes, so Warrior Wednesday takes place every Wednesday from about 11:30 to 1:30 in the afternoon, and it takes place in our Vets Lounge in Sid Richardson. If you go to the basement and just ask for the Vets Lounge, that's where we're located.
Oh, that is neat. So let's back up.
Yes.
Tell me about your military service.
Yes, ma'am. So I joined the Army out of high school in 2019. I enlisted in the United States Army as a 68 Whiskey or healthcare specialist. I went to Fort Benning for basic training. I then went to Fort Sam Houston for my combat medic healthcare specialist training. I was then stationed at Fort Hood with the 1st Air Cavalry. Spent most of my active duty career there. I did a rotation to Germany. I was actually there Ukraine crisis started, so there was a lot of shifting around. Some of our guys went to Poland, Italy, and then when I returned from that, I decided that I wanted to pursue my education. So I was planning on getting out of the military fully, but the reserves, I had to attend a reserve brief, and they got me there. And they said, hey, you can wear a fancy hat, and we'll give you a little bit of money and some health insurance. And so here
That's
I
kind
am.
of an offer you couldn't refuse.
No,
huh?
absolutely not. They sweetened the pot. They got me for sure.
Yeah.
it's a
And-
really cool hat.
It is.
It's a very cool hat.
Yes.
Well, it's all about the guy in the uniform. So,
Yeah.
Kevin, tell me about your military service.
Yeah, so I served in the Marines back in 2003 is when I joined after I got out of high school, and then stayed until 2007, deployed to Iraq and OIF 3 in 2005, and had another deployment on the Marine Expeditionary Unit. And my path kind of after that led to higher education, which I didn't think was going to be my path afterwards. But through the support of amazing people and just community, went through my college career first at the local MCC, and then I transferred to Baylor and graduated in 2012 there. So now I have the good fortune of just blessed with this position to serve our student veterans there at Baylor now, coming after me. So yeah.
So, how does Baylor, support the veterans? What are some of the tangible ways? I mean, they provide a lounge.
Yeah.
One thing they do
Yeah.
Yeah.
to academic
From
life, from military to academic life. I mean,
yeah.
that's a big change.
It absolutely is, and coming from the student perspective, I think Kevin himself is a godsend. He works tirelessly to continue to provide and fight for the veterans on all fronts. Baylor itself is a 100% yellow ribbon institution.
What does that mean?
So the GI Bill, which is an entitlement for active duty service members, actually has a cap, a spending cap for private institutions, which Baylor, being a little bit of a pricier institution, reaches that pretty quickly. However, a institution can choose to partake in the federal yellow ribbon program, where Baylor picks up everything that the GI Bill does not. So a lot of our veterans are attending $0 out of pocket off of the GI Bill. And then the other support, I mean, they have for the reserve and guardsmen, they have some accommodations for that as well that I've had to use as well. But that's just all coming from the student perspective.
Yeah, and I would say really our student leaders, the veterans. So we have our student organization, which is Veterans of Baylor. They are the ones who won that award, by the way. I had nothing to do with that. Our student leaders are amazing, and they're a huge part of the support that they in turn then provide their own community. And so it's this kind of beautiful cycle of servants serving other servants, and then new vets coming into their roles and filling big shoes and doing a great job. A lot of my work is kind of on the structures and support and building policy, and we have our onboarding programming and our orientation and new student class, and we have a veterans chapel.
Do you really?
We do,
Yeah.
yeah. That's a really neat experience. It's been a
Love it,
cool
yeah.
way. Yeah,
Aw.
you've been part of our chapel here.
Twice as,
That's
both of my
right. You did both
chapels.
your chapels. Yeah. Neat community that comes out of that, and we just get to share about life and all of our different perspectives and bring it into that space. And so that's been really neat. But really, I lean heavy on our student leaders. They're the ones that foster really a neat culture of care. I can speak to many stories where our vets have been out late nights, helping vets out, visiting people at hospitals and helping move in, and joining me on tours with our new student veterans. And we were just on one the other day, in fact. Our student leaders are amazing. So a lot of times the best thing I can do is just get out of their way and let them be awesome. So
Well, and that's the as the student leaders, we have about 7 officers. And that's our, I would say, our biggest focus internally, especially as new veterans are coming to Baylor University, fostering environment and fostering community, because that's what a lot of people are missing when they leave the service, and that transition is
Right,
where people
and
struggle.
structure.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
obviously, there's so many things that are involved in that transition to civilian life. How big is the group of veterans at Baylor?
So Kevin is much better at the analytics, and we encompass a lot of different populations. I believe we have, I think, about over 100 direct active duty veterans who are undergraduate students, and then we also service for military connected, so dependents. If somebody's parents were in the service and they're on their GI Bill, or spouses of service members. And then we also extend to graduate students, which is a wildly larger population as well.
yeah, that was pretty good. You've heard me give that spiel a few times.
Yeah, copied it from them. I copied it.
So about our, a lot of times my primary focus is undergraduate student veterans, which is about that 100 number. Students that are transitioning from the military, coming to Baylor, using the GI Bill and the yellow ribbon. But really, you can expand that umbrella when we talk about our military connected population. And that's to include our veterans that are graduate students, our military dependent children, and our military dependent spouses. We have active duty students at Baylor through Army Baylor programs. And then we have reserve and National Guardsmen. And then we have veterans and our RTC cadets. So really, when you expand as wide as that, it's 1,700 military connected students at Baylor. Yeah.
That is awesome. So much more I want to talk to the two of you about, but we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we will visit some more with Nick and with Kevin about the Baylor Vets and the Battle of the Branches that is coming up on the 9th of November. Everybody come out. Plan to come to Baylor. And where will this be?
This will be taking place in Touchdown Alley,
Okay.
right outside of McLean Stadium.
I know exactly where that is. So stay with us. There is more of the show ahead, and I will tell you today's show is brought to you by Gather & Co., where they are transforming houses into homes. Stay with us.
Cleanse your body of accumulated toxins and embark on your wellness journey at your own pace. At Global Healing, we provide premium supplements to help your body heal naturally. Start your healing journey today at globalhealing.com and organichemp.com.
And we are back with Kevin Davis, who is the program manager and staff advisor for the Veterans of Baylor student organization, and Nick Bradford, who is the Veterans of Baylor vice president and current reserve drill sergeant. So we were talking about, with the moms earlier about mom voices and so forth, but that drill sergeant voice, what did you have to do to become a drill sergeant?
So in a literal sense, I signed a piece of paper, and then I went to 2 schools. I went to basic leaders course where I became a sergeant, and then shortly after I went to the United States Army Drill Sergeant Academy in Fort Jackson. And yeah, I mean, it was a 12-week school. And you kind of, in my opinion, I didn't have to think about the drill sergeant voice too much, just because, I mean, you're practicing stuff so frequently. You have to go through everything that a basic trainee, you basically have to go through basic training again. You have to certify on all events and everything like that. But I'm just a reservist at the end of the day. I only do it, during the summers and that one weekend a month.
So do you meet over on New Road and the?
No, ma'am.
Where do you do that?
So I'm out of the 95th Infantry Division or Infantry Regiment, and we have a couple reserve centers all over Texas and Oklahoma. I drill out of Round Rock.
Okay.
So there's a reserve center down there. There's also one in San Antonio that I used to drill out of as well. Okay. And then when we actually go, quote unquote, on the trail, and we're actually working with basic trainees, we go up to Fort Sill in Oklahoma.
Yeah. Yeah. So that basic trainee, the first time he or she, I guess, walks out there, newly shaved head. Yes, no, I don't know. That's my image.
Yeah. So
what's the first thing you say to them as a drill sergeant?
First thing that's a good. Yeah, I don't know if I can say it on here.
Well,
usually some variation of "get off my bus." Because they're on a bus, they get off of it, and so it's
really
important.
Kindly you say that, right?
Yeah.
I said, please get off the bus.
Get off the bus. Please take your things.
Yeah.
Carry all of your things. And so it's kind of it's a cool experience because during the summer I get to go and supplement. I don't spend as much time on the trail as my active duty counterparts. They're out there 24/7. Beating feet and working hard. I'm only a part-timer. I get to do it for fun, basically. And eventually I get to go home afterwards and forget about it. I get to take off the hat, and I think that's
fancy hat.
It is fancy. It's an uncomfortable hat, but it's pretty fancy. So I get to take off the hat and get back to civilian life and be my calm, cool, and collected self.
Okay, so you're a poli-sci major.
I am.
What led you in that direction?
Yeah, so I
because you were medical kind of.
Yes, yeah.
In the military,
I was a 68 whiskey, and I loved it. I loved being in medicine. I was an EMT before the Army. Wow. I was also a volunteer firefighter. But really, it was a violent shift of I wanted to spend more time at home. I have a wife, and I now have a son.
Yeah,
and,
congratulations.
Oh, thank you so much. And that was the big thing, is that I wanted to spend more time at home. And civilian side, I also work as a software developer. So I originally went to Baylor for computer science to continue that. And I just decided with a child and a full-time job and everything, the computer science and engineering was a little too much for me. And so I decided to switch majors. I became poli-sci. I enjoy talking to people. I have plenty of political conversations with Kevin in the Vets Lounge, challenging ideals. And, I was thinking about attempting to go to law school. And so that's kind of what I'm thinking about now.
Okay, well
Yes, ma'am.
that's fascinating. That
Yes,
sounds good. So a little bit about your professional trail.
Yeah. I got out of the Marines in 777s, Lucky Sevens, July 7th, 2007.
Wow.
And then chased my girlfriend at the time that was attending Baylor, now wife. So mission accomplished. Here to Waco.
It's that uniform, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
There's a lot of heavy lifting.
It does. It makes up for a lot. Chased her down here and kind of made Waco home ever since then. She kind of convinced me. My high school career was less than stellar, but I married the valedictorian, so I like to lead with that.
I was going to say you're pretty smart.
Yeah, that's right. And so anyway, she encouraged me to get back into school, and so I started off at MCC pursuing a degree in psychology, and then ended up transferring over to Baylor. That was in 2012. And so Dr. Janet Bagby was just starting the veterans program at Baylor. And she had eyes to see our veterans on campus that were starting to come in with the GI Bill and Baylor's participation with the Yellow Ribbon program. And then she wanted to know how we're supporting them after they got to Baylor, and then ultimately answered her own question by creating the VETS program. And so I remember that first email when I was a student in 2012 of, hey, we're trying to figure out what we need to do for our vets on campus. And like a typical veteran, I was married, had a kid on the way, had all these irons in the fire, much like Nick has, as you can tell from his story. So I wasn't able to even go to that first meeting, but that was the first time I realized there was even another veteran on campus.
Really?
And so full circle, I ended up going working at the VA as a veteran service representative here locally. And then about 4 or 5 years later, this position opened up, and it just seemed like the dream job. And I'm thankful Baylor hired me for it, because it has been that dream job. So
I'm glad to hear Dr. Bagby's connection to this, because she's the one that reached out to me about this event. And the event is the Battle of the Branches. Again, the Wounded Warriors Project is kind of helping present that. I want to talk a little bit more about, are you comfortable talking about Wounded Warriors Project and what they're all about?
Yeah, I can lead a little bit, and I'd love to hear from your side, Nick. They have been a steadfast partner for most of my time in my role. Again, like Nick said, not just sponsoring events, which they have well before Battle of the Branches even existed, but hosting community socials to connect veterans with community. That's such a huge need, is recreating that community. But also they come out and host resource tables and things for veterans, because there's a whole host of services that they offer. Helping with processing claims for service-connected benefits. They've been a huge help. Honestly, I've got a guy on call within Wounded Warrior where he's told me, just call me if a vet's in need, and we'll figure out a way to help them out. So really just neat people that make up Wounded Warrior Project. So they've just been great partners, and they do some neat things again to foster community. I went out and bow fished with them here locally, which was a blast.
That sounds like fun.
The trick is aim low. I was shooting over more sciencey stuff like refraction or something that Nick can probably tell you about. But all I know is my arrows were going too high. But it was a lot of fun. So,
wow. Yeah.
And I think the biggest thing that I didn't know about them was their claims assistance.
Yeah.
And then, like Kevin said, they've been an amazing partner with a lot of our events. Most recently, they were with our Vets Orientation. We hold a separate orientation just for the veterans, where we come together. They meet the student leaders. They meet Kevin, Wounded Warrior Project, and their reps were out there talking about what they do and just having a good time on the Baylor ropes course. And so that's a great, I think, first step into Baylor, and they love our event, and they have been great supporters in that and facilitating that.
As we're looking toward Veterans Day and thinking about veterans, you know, a huge concern is mental health, you know, for veterans. If you want to talk to that and how you guys, you know, help with that issue, because we're all under a lot of stress and strain, but
For sure.
but what a veteran has experienced is just a whole new layer, a level.
Yeah, and I think I think it becomes a multifaceted issue because veterans leave the service for a reason. And for many, it is to continue a higher education, more financial security, maybe more time at home. And then they make this really big step. They leave everything that the service provided and the security associated with that to try and better themselves. And they're in this entirely new world of everything is different and everything is self-driven, and you don't have that battle buddy or that peer next to you to your left and right to hold you accountable. And I think that's where veterans start to isolate, and that's where real struggles with mental health happens. And that's why we at the Veterans of Baylor and Wounded Warrior Project believe in just really outreach and engagement. Those are big things on our docket. And the Battle of the Branches is something that we really try and capitalize on that, right? We're connecting not only the Baylor veterans, but the Waco community. The Waco veterans participate in it. And that's how we try and play our part in it. And then we also, through that, we have a bunch of local veteran resources and local businesses coming out to table at the event. So Veterans One Stop, the Texas Veterans Commission, they're also going to be out there. So not only are we fostering community, but we're connecting to resources and trying to fill those gaps as well.
Yeah, because there are a lot resources out there, but often people, you didn't know there were other vets at Baylor when you were there.
Yeah.
So,
and there's some amazing community partners that we haven't even been able to talk about, but you talk about people providing support for mental health, but also so many others. The Veteran One Stop, we're so blessed to have that.
Yeah,
here
Elmer
in
Spates
Waco.
has been on the show.
Elmer's
before.
amazing.
He
Yeah,
is amazing.
He's an incredible guy, a busy guy.
Yeah.
I think he tried to go into retirement and they pulled him back out of it. But
Right.
they have amazing counselors over there, and just a whole host of resources. And if you're a veteran in Waco or the Heart of Texas region and haven't been to one of their lunches yet, you should go to check out one of their lunches. It's a great time. Get to connect with just a whole bunch of veterans here. And so, yeah, we're blessed. I'm so thankful that our student veterans really have leveraged this neat event that they put on each year to have so many different wins. Again, just like Nick said, not just connecting communities. Also, it's an opportunity for Waco, whether you're military connected or not.
Oh yeah, come and show your support.
To come out and show your support, absolutely. And that just speaks volumes to our veterans who sometimes wonder what the community sentiment is about them when they get out of service. And at Waco, we're blessed to have a community that really supports our vets. So come out and show it by coming out to the Battle of the Branches.
Okay, Battle of the Branches is going to be Sunday afternoon.
Yes, the signups for those participating will be starting at 11.
Okay.
And then the actual kickoff is going to be, we're having our opening ceremony at noon.
Okay.
Kickoff of the first game, Army versus Marine Corps. You'll see me out on the field. Will be at 12:30.
We may not be talking during that game.
Yeah.
Just because Marines really need a win. But
I'm going to do everything I can to not let that happen.
So it is a football game at Touchdown Alley there at Baylor. Is there an admission charge to get in? Is this
No
a free
admission
event?
charge. Free charge.
Free event. Please come and show your support.
Yeah,
for
we have
our wonderful veterans.
We have plenty of activities for those who may not be able to participate in football. No, when we're talking about our veteran community, so there's going to be tug of war, cornhole tournament, canoe racing, and for the kiddos, we have bounce house, coloring stations, face painting, all sorts of things, food trucks, vendors, all sorts of stuff.
Okay, so how can folks learn more about what you guys do at Baylor with?
Yeah, you can
vets?
go to our website,
Mhm.
baylor.edu/vets, VETS, and they can see the general overview of the program. But then if you just search Baylor Battle of the Branches, you'll find that website, and they can learn more about that event specifically. But I'd encourage you to take a look at all of the Veterans of Baylor has their own site, and they host different events, and a lot of those are on that website. Their core values is service, leadership, and community, and we're blessed that they're bringing that to Baylor and all the value they bring. And those are all on that website too. You can learn more about all that.
Well, I'm honored to have you on the show to tell me about this, and again, thank you for your service, both of you. As this Veterans Day 2025 is coming up, so appreciate that, and it's going to be loads of fun
Yes,
on
ma'am.
Sunday before Veterans Day, the 9th,
Yeah.
at Touchdown Alley at Baylor. Thank you both.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you,
again.
guys.
Stay with us. There's more of the show ahead.